All right. So I have my little world that I've sketched in my bottle. I've got some environmental things, not just my dragon. I've got like one of those little spirit gates, and I'm going to do some cherry blossom trees and some clouds. There's a couple things I need to do to prep my bottle before I get ready to crack open my watercolors. I'm going to take some white oil pastels. We're going to do a wax resist. You guys might remember this from a long time ago. And I'm actually just going to go over some of these outer lines where my bottle lip is, over here, where the neck is. And this is going to give it that glassy effect once we come in with our watercolors. So there's the foot. I did go back in and fix the foot. It wasn't matching up with the bottom. And the bottom of the glass bottle. The other thing I can do with this is I can put in my highlights. So I'm going to put a little white highlight here. It's straight up and down to match the form. I'm going to put a curve highlight here and a curve highlight here. Now I'm ready to go in and start to paint. So before I do anything else, I'm going to take care of part of my bottle. My bottle is going to be somewhat see-through. So I'm going to start with the light blue. And then as I move out to that white edge, I'm going to get a little bit darker. So I'm coming in with my light blue. Y'all should have it. And I'm going to just brush on the edges. Remember, watercolor always, always, always dries lighter than it looks. And I'm just going to come in and around. I'm going to do the lip. And as I'm going over top of that, it's brushing right over that white. I probably should have brought the white in a little bit, actually. Come over here. Just doing the outer edges, just for now. I can always go back in and add more white oil pastel when this is dry. And this part isn't going to be quite so see-through, so I can start to just paint right over it. This first layer, where you just put down plain color, is a wash. And I want it to kind of fade. So I'm going to use that wet on wet to let the water pull and fade so I don't have a really super solid line. I'm going to come in with a little more water and just spread it, push it just a little bit, just so I have an irregular edge. I don't want it to look stripy. Next, I'm going to come in a little bit darker. Notice I'm working my way inside. I'm going to go towards the edges here and do that darker blue, just towards the very edge. You do not want this to be a super thick line. Under here, where the lip shadow is. Come around here. And you should be doing this while your first blue layer is still a little bit wet so they blend together. Do that where the glass sits. I'm going to leave this circle open. And same thing, I don't want a stripy edge, so I'm going through and I'm making sure I blend those two blues. There we go. Cool so far.